Welcome back to 10 weeks to a 5K. This week's theme will be after the run. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a few stretches you should do after your run and a couple other suggestions that you can do after your run. Now, after the run, you're going to be doing 5 stretches. You're going to be doing a quad stretch, you're going to be doing a calf stretch, a soleus stretch, a hamstring stretch, and a hip stretch. These will be static stretches since you are already warmed up. So let's start with the first stretch. Let's start with the thigh or quad stretch. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab the top of your ankle. You're going to keep your knee down. Do not move your knee out. So keep your knee down, keep your chest up, and slowly think of bringing your knee back and keep your chest upwards. So you're going to hold this for 15 to 30 seconds. Then what you're going to do is you're going to switch to the other side. So again, keep your knee down. Don't let the knee come up. Bring the knee back. Keep your chest upright. So you're going to hold this for 15 to 30 seconds. You will repeat that again for the second time. Look to move into a little bit further of a stretching position when you do the stretch the second time. Again, hold it for 15 to 30 seconds. Then you're going to repeat to the second leg the second time. Remember to keep upright, keep the knee moving backwards, and hold it for up to 30 seconds. Try to relax when you're stretching. That's the purpose of elongating the muscles. The second stretch that we're going to do is a calf stretch. I'm going to be positioned facing this wall. So what you're going to do is you're trying to keep your hips below your shoulders. You want your back leg straight. You want your toes pointed directly to the wall. Try not to get into this position. You want to be so your hips are below your shoulders. You're going to switch to the opposite side. Again, keep your hips below your shoulders. Keep your heel on the ground. Keep your toe pointed directly towards the wall. Second time you do the stretch, you can move the heel slightly further away from the wall. Stretch out the calf. Again, try to relax the muscles. You're trying to stretch the calf during this static stretch. Then you're going to repeat the second leg the second time, trying to relax the muscles, keeping your hips below your shoulders. Now you're going to move into a soleus stretch. Soleus stretch, think of it, keeping the heels on the ground, feet shoulder width apart, try to collapse at the hips, and you're stretching the muscles that go from your Achilles tendon up underneath your calf. Then you come back up, relax for about 10 to 15 seconds, and then again, stretch the soleus. Think of collapsing at the hips, bending the knees as far as you can, and keeping your heels on the ground. The third stretch is a standing hamstring. Stand on your front foot, cross your foot over top. What you're going to do is you're just going to collapse forward, keeping your back leg as straight as you can. Take a big breath in and exhale. Switch sides, so stand on your front foot, cross over, collapse through the hips, relax. Take a big breath in and relax. You're going to repeat a second time. Stand on your front foot, cross over, collapse at the hips, big breath in, out, relax. And the second leg, the second time. Collapse at the hips. Big breath in, breath out, relax, and stretch. The fifth stretch is a hip stretch or piriformis muscle. You can do this holding onto a wall. For most people, they might need the support instead of doing it without having something to balance on. So I'm gonna put my hand on the wall just for support. I'm crossing my leg over top of my knee, and now I'm going to pretend to sit on a chair, trying to keep this knee down. This is going to stretch your piriformis muscle or your hip. I'm gonna switch to the opposite leg. Again, I put my knee on top of my other knee. I am going to now go into a sitting position. I'm trying to relax, trying to keep breathing. And I'll repeat this a second time. So you cross over. Think of sitting on a chair, trying to keep this knee flat with the height of your heel. Cross over to the other side. Keep breathing. Now, basically that took you about 5 minutes. After the run, basically what you can do is take a few minutes, do the stretching. Those are the things that are going to keep you more flexible. If you don't do the stretching after your run, you're going to find that your muscles are stiffer. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to talk about a few suggestions of other things you can do after the run. Basically, having a shower after the run, you can have a really warm or even a hot shower. But when you get near the end of your shower, turn the water to a colder temperature. Basically, a gradual turning of the water to a colder temperature is better than turning it super cold and then trying to hyperventilate and try to get your breath because the temperature is so cold. So slowly turn it to a colder temperature. Shower the cold water over the lower part of your body, especially your back, your hips, your legs, and your calves. And then you can turn around and also shower with the cold water over your quads. One other thing that I do is I use gel packs, and what I will do is I will put gel packs on my calves for about 10 to 15 minutes after a run. That's a really nice way to get your calves to relax. So those are some of my suggestions for after a run. There will be 3 workouts for week 4 for 10 weeks to a 5K. What we're going to be doing is you're going to be moving to 2 minutes of running and 3 minutes of walking. So workout number 1, start off with a 5-minute walk. Then you're going to run for 2 minutes, followed by 3 minutes of fast walking. You're going to repeat that a total of 4 times. Workout number 2, again, warm up for about 5 minutes of walking. Then you're going to run for 2 minutes with 3 minutes of fast walking. You're going to repeat that a total of 5 times. Your third workout will be very similar to the first 2. Do 5 minutes of walking, do a run for 2 minutes, followed by 3 minutes of fast walking. Repeat it a total of 6 times. Those are your workouts for week 4. Even though we are at week 4 of 10 weeks to a 5K, encourage your family or friends to join the program as well. Get them to join the Facebook group. I encourage them to start at week 1 of the program, but depending on their level of running, they could start at any point. Also, post any questions or concerns you have on the Facebook page about what we've been talking about in the running program. So see you next week at 10 weeks to a 5K.